What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today you guys are getting a double dose of Poly Vegan Kitchen. I am so excited about today's video because, as you can tell by the title, I am bringing you a vegan plant-based starter pack, but a basic one. And when I say basic, I mean beef, chicken, and fish. And I'm also going to be adding in there some non-dairy dairy alternatives, if that makes sense. But before we get into that, can we just talk about how the vegan game has changed in literally the last 2 years? I know that there was a time that all you really had was tofu, gluten, and seitan homemade vegan meat. But now brands have come out with so much more variety, so many more options. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorites, some of my go-tos, some of my staple that I have in my fridge or my freezer at all times. So let's start with our beef. Gardein makes really good meat alternatives, and their meatballs is something I use for my meatball spaghetti recipe. If you're interested in the recipe, it's on our Instagram page. But my kids love this. I love this. And you can really use this for any of your meatball dishes. And the texture and taste of this Gardein meatball is very, very close to the real thing. Ground beef is really my go-to when it comes to making like tacos. It's just my go-to because it's available in almost all the grocery stores I go to. Like you can get it at Winco's, Food for Less, Walmart. Boca and Beyond Meat also has ground beef that you can buy, but this one is a lot more accessible in your local grocery store. This is new to my freezer, Gardein Beefless strips. I have tried a couple of other brands that make beef strips, but this comes the closest to actual beef strips in texture and in taste. So if you're making like Mongolian beef or you're making beef and broccoli, this is a very good beef strip alternative. Beyond Meat, Beyond Burger, plant-based patties. They're really thick. They're very flavorful. They're very, very close in texture and taste to real meat burger patties, and they taste so good. Beyond Meat, Beyond Sausage. Now, I might be bold to say this. I already know you guys are probably going to come for me in the comments. And we think that these taste just like the New Zealand sausage. I can't believe I said that out loud, but it's so funny because I made these for my cousin who is not vegan, and she tried them and she texted me the same thing I thought. But come for me or don't come for me. But honestly, Beyond Meat, Beyond Sausage, they remind me so much of the New Zealand sausage. Loma, Worthington Big Franks. We use this as our hot dog alternative. And actually, when I used to eat meat, I would get these. I also have Linkits, but it's by Worthington Loma. Now for the chicken, surprise, surprise, another Gardein product. Gardein makes chicken strips. It works for a chicken alternative. It's pretty good. Another brand that I just found that is actually really, really good and is the closest to chicken in my opinion, Sweet Earth chicken strips. I think they're called chicken strips. Anyways, I had them the other day in a chicken soup. Let me tell you, Sweet Earth chicken strips is very, very reminiscent of the real chicken. Fish, frozen seaweed bean curd slice. These are vegan slabs, I guess you could say, of vegan fish. You can find these at your local Asian supermarket, or you can just Google them online and find out where you can buy yours in your city or in your state. But they're really, really good. The texture is not exactly the same as fish, but the taste, spot on. In my opinion, this is a really good, another one by Gardein. They're just killing the game, honestly. But these fried fish, if you're doing like a knockoff vegan fish fillet, this is a really good fish alternative by Gardein. Now, if it's one thing that I loved when I used to eat meat, I loved to slather butter on almost everything, on my bread. I would cook with butter. I just love butter in general. And I've tried so many different butter alternatives, vegan butters, but this I have found to be my absolute favorite. It's by Melt Organics, and it's so, 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 so good. Mayonaise, this is a really good brand. It's by Follow Your Heart. When it comes to your dairy products, my recommendation is Follow Your Heart. And it's actually pretty good. I have no complaints about the taste. Believe it or not, Best Foods has actually come out with a vegan mayonnaise, so which you can find these normally at Walmart. So pretty good. For your American Mexican dishes that you like to add sour cream to, This is really good. The brand, it sounds kind of funny, but it's called Tofutti. And I've actually tasted a lot of vegan sour cream. Not the business. I don't really like any of them. And this is the closest for me. It tastes really, really good. Tofutti sour cream. The same brand also makes cream cheese, which this is the closest. I've also tried so many different vegan cream cheese and they're all kind of gross to me. I absolutely love this by Tofutti cream cheese. Forgot to share with you guys earlier. This is my go-to tofu when I make my tofu dishes, fried tofu, fried chicken, or my kids' favorite, tofu scrambled eggs, azumaya tofu, and I always get the extra firm. Tofu in itself is already hard to fall in love with, a block of mush, but it's even harder when it's super, super mushy. So whatever brand you get, I highly recommend that you just get the extra firm. They're a lot easier to work with when you're cooking. Okay, like I said, for your dairy product, Follow Your Heart is my recommendation. They have cheeses. They make different types of cheeses, shredded and slices for burgers and sandwiches. This is cheddar, but they also make mozzarella cheese, provolone, American. Follow Your Heart is definitely my recommendation when it comes to cheeses, and they actually behave just like real cheese. They melt and they taste really good. They taste like real cheese. Now, my all-time favorite cheese that is my go-to really when I make like grilled cheese sandwiches or quesadillas by Field Roast. Oh, it's called the Chow Cheese. It just has this like buttery with a hint of blue cheese kind of funk. I can't really explain it, but it's just like a very, almost kind of a stank flavor, if that makes any sense. You know what they say about cheese, the more stank it is, the better it tastes. My friend from Vegas told me that. This kind of reminds me of that. And it's really, really, really good on sandwiches, burgers, and especially quesadillas. Bruh, so good. Okay, perfect. My go-to for otais or watermelon drinks or like creamer for cocoa, like hot drinks, is Mocha Mix. Mocha Mix is a non-dairy coffee creamer. I use this in my mac and cheese. I use this in my baking, and it's just a really, really good creamer alternative, not just for your drinks, but even for cooking. It's really good. And the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is this Trader Joe's ice cream. They have so many alternatives when it comes to vegan ice cream, but we have found that this is the best. Trader Joe's vanilla ice cream. It tastes just like regular ice cream. Unlike the other alternative ice creams, it doesn't have like that coconut aftertaste. It literally just tastes like vanilla ice cream, and it's so, so good. So definitely try this out. Trader Joe's vanilla ice cream. And that's it, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. I have so many other products, but this is really just the basic vegan plant-based starter pack. Drop a comment down below if you are familiar with any of these products. Share with us what kind of products that you use for your meat substitute. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. If you like this video, please hit the like button and tell somebody about Poly Vegan Kitchen. And listen, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on that notification bell so you never miss any of our new videos. No matter where you are on your journey, there is always room for you at our table right here on Poly Vegan Kitchen.